Greetings and warmest regards to all the dedicated and passionate fans from every corner of the world. Batumi is like the Las Vegas of Europe, located in Georgia, and is truly one of the beautiful cities that combines ancient civilization with charming little places, as well as skyscrapers and casinos. This city, despite being small, really stands out because there are many enjoyable things to do. So today, I will take you on a tour to discover the most beautiful tourist spots and delicious food, which honestly surprised me. Anyone needing tourist information or services in Batumi or Georgia can contact the travel expert. I will put the link below in the comments and video description. Additionally, before we start the tour and you watch the videos, I will share important tips and placements. Anyone who hasn't followed us on TikTok will miss out on a lot, because TikTok content is different from YouTube content, as it consists of shorter, more focused videos. So follow us on TikTok and Instagram for sure, but TikTok is the new content dedicated to travel and behind the scenes stuff. So where are we off to? Let's go to the beauty of Batumi. Look at all this. The airport is small and simple, and you walk to the passport control area. Now that we've finished with the passports, look at the situation. The airport turned out to be very small and basic, with just 2 lanes. It's quite comfortable indeed, I guess. My bag arrived quickly, so everything is moving fast here. We entered and came out to this area, where there are currency exchange shops, car rental places, and also shops for getting SIM cards. Getting a SIM card. The USD 228 is approximately the price of the country, which is around 275. Let me see what I can buy from you or sell to you at 281. The prices here are a bit higher. Let's see. Now, for example, 30 days unlimited is about 105 lari, which is roughly around. It's not bad actually. How many days will you stay here? Maybe years. Of course, when you exit the airport, there are taxi services and roller services right outside. We tell you the prices are 50-70 lari. We have an app called Bolt that you can use. There is Wi-Fi available at the airport, but it is weak, to be honest. However, if you have the app, you can request a taxi through it to get the right price. Here we say 50-70 lari, which is about 30 USD, almost half, if not less. This is an important point to keep in mind. You can negotiate prices here. Another important point regarding entry is that I see many people find it a bit challenging to enter Georgia. You should know that Georgia is beautiful in that it does not require a visa if your nationality is from Gulf countries. So in Saudi Arabia, you can pay here without a visa. However, certain nationalities like Egyptians, Syrians, and Iraqis all ask about paperwork. Therefore, you should have your Gulf or Saudi residency with you, and you should have an idea about the return policy. You need to have a hotel reservation, and they will ask you what you want to do here. Then they take your passport and share it with their staff. Honestly, the whole process took about 10 minutes. Everything was very smooth. I can't say the experience was good. I don't want to say it was easy, but it was good in the sense that things were moving along without any problems. As I mentioned about the airport, you need to coordinate with someone or negotiate with them and use the app. Regarding mobile SIM cards, by the way, prices can vary. They start at around 20 lari, which is about 9 or 8 USD. So far, everything is fine. There are also public buses available. For example, this is the bus schedule. I was just at number 16, and I asked about number 10, which will take you to downtown. So it depends on your location. But honestly, anyone coming here should use the app called Bolt. It's better and faster. Of course, this is a beach as well. As you can see, this is a truly wonderful sunset. This is a public beach, as you can see, a rocky beach, or what we call the small fortress. But this is open to everyone, of course, and it's free. Enjoy the lovely atmosphere. One of the most important landmarks in Batumi, known worldwide, is the statue called Ali and Nino. What makes it special is that after the sunset, you can come here and see it, just like the London Eye in Batumi. It also gives you almost the entire view of the area beautifully. Honestly, these are things I will try, but you need to come before sunset to see all the sights. For example, here are the prices at one of the cafes on the American Corniche, around 3.5, which is about 4 to 5 reals, so you could say the prices are very reasonable. Now, at least we are doing it professionally, and it should be an Italian brand. Look at this simple, beautiful garden by the sea. The tree is huge, and there's a seating area underneath it. Then you have here this statue called Ali and Nino. As you can see, they merge together every 15 minutes in a seamless way, meaning they don't touch each other, but pass through each other. This was established in 2010 and is one of the most famous love statues in the world. At the same time, it tells the story of Ali, a young man from Azerbaijan, and his love story with a Georgian princess named Nino. Honestly, it's one of those landmarks that can really tell a story of life, but it's also beautiful because in the end, it moves, which adds a lot of charm to the subject. The lighting also adds more and more beauty to it. However, it is very important to come here to enjoy the promenade and also to appreciate such beautiful artistic ideas. We have now entered an old, historically significant part of the promenade, but this indeed happens here like a marina. There are many boats that dock here, and the prices for things are like a boat trip for 200 lari and parachuting for about 150 lari. Marine activities can take place here, but the sea is beautiful, and the view is truly enchanting. There is greenery everywhere, reflecting on the sea. There are many cafes with very reasonable prices, honestly similar to Turkish prices. You can notice a strong Turkish presence here with doner and all kinds of halal restaurants. Another special thing about Batumi is the availability of halal options for those looking for halal food. There are many choices available, especially in the downtown area, which is the city center. As you can see, this is all the marina. And at the same time, these simple stalls, of course, you should ask about the price. Most people speak English, but not fluently. When you ask for the price, they will tell you, so make sure to ask before you order. This is your right, just like anywhere else in the world. There are people who like to take advantage of tourists, so if you like it, great. If not, don't hesitate because there are always plenty of options available. Look at this beautiful view. This is the marina on your left. The marina is very simple. On your right, there's also the Corniche. Here is the bird square. The clock reminds me of Izmir. Oh, Izmir had a large area here, all green space. And at night, it has a completely different atmosphere. Look, because there is also, I believe, that the atmosphere in Batumi is beautiful in a different way. There is a lovely artistic touch in the city. In Batumi, I haven't gone to the old town yet. In short, you went alone to one of the important places in the city, the Cold and the Alphabet Tower. Here, you broke the menu behind you and continued to this point. Now you have something called the Old Town. Of course, it has more than one entrance, but this is the main street, as you can see. The atmosphere here is very calm, and at the same time, in the morning, of course, there are narrow streets, kiosks, and shops everywhere. There are also many hotels here, because this area is almost the center of the city. By the way, I will also show you a bit of Arab Street. And there is also a mosque here, but I wanted to take you first around the area. We will see many wine shops because Georgia is known for its wine, but first of all, I will show you the old alleys and the lifestyle. You feel that there is a beautiful spirit, a spirit that you would call cozy in English. And at the same time, it is well preserved, clean, and tidy without any cost. As you can see here at the end, you find the new Batumi or New Boulevard, which is under the clouds. This area is a small city, not a big city at all, but it beautifully combines tall buildings with the charm of the old town. Here, there is a place within the first Batumi called La Plaza, which has become like a square with a few nice restaurants. This area is a square with many restaurants, but the centers are old or built in this style. The nice thing about it is that the atmosphere is pleasant. There are many restaurants in the square where you can come and enjoy the lovely and enjoyable ambiance. There, several restaurants are working here, and the music and sound start at 7 o'clock. Do you see the nightlife here? Every alley or street has different types of plants and beautiful trees that give it a special feeling. Do you see the streets? This is one path, and there is one of the hotels that embodies the atmosphere perfectly. There are many Thai massage places when you enter this area. You will find a lot of Thai massage options. You will also notice that there are many shops for Georgians, so you find many shops available. And there are always currency exchange shops present. Prices are usually available officially, and this is a definition of it. However, of course, when it closes at night, it becomes more expensive. Therefore, you should check more than one shop in the same area to find a more suitable price. We will try one of the most famous dishes here in Georgia and also in Batumi, and I will take you to one of the very famous restaurants on this topic, meaning a Georgian restaurant away from tourist spots. Therefore, it is something luxurious, the latest in the Pharaoh, Rahmani restaurant, which you can find on Google. Now we will enter to see the topic of the youth. This is kinkali, which comes as a stuffed dough that can be filled with meat, cheese, or mushroom. This is called astri with meat, similar to a meat casserole. According to our friend here, he said it's tomato sauce with a twist. Tomato sauce with a twist. Yes, this is the master of Jordan. Morning, I have a health issue. You need to pull out the sauce inside first. Then you hit it, and then you put yellow spice on it. Yes. And you add salt. The salt is excellent. Yes. Which one do you have with you? This is the mushroom. Mushroom. Ah, sweet. Sweet. This is all delicious. This is all delicious. We are from the Sami region of Iraq, and we always crave good food. This is excellent salt. Excellent salt, excellent salt, excellent salt.
Excellent salt. Excellent salt.
This is excellent salt.
This is really excellent salt. This is excellent salt. He followed with strength and intensity the cheese. What is the name of the cheese? Are we playing Astri?
I heard that Georgian food is good, but honestly, I always doubt people's opinions, especially Europeans.
The food is delicious. You just need to choose the place. You have no choice but to pick your spot in Georgia.
Wow. The place is really amazing. The food is flavorful and very delicious. It's beautifully decorated. Thank you, my friend. And look at the style of the restaurant inside. It's incredible. By God, it's a bad salary. By God, is it good or not? So guys, the kinkali I saw has 5 types. Some come with meat, some with cheese and mushrooms. There are different types of meat. You can say beef. They have it in Arabic and English. And of course, they have kinkali. Just be careful about that. But the food was absolutely amazing. Really fantastic. We spent about $10 per person for the food we had. The place honestly is very neat, charming, elegant, and nice. Georgia is authentic. You really get the vibe of the Georgian people. So my advice is, if you want to eat good Georgian food, go for it. It means it's definitely worth it, and quickly, and you can also enjoy the experience. The buses are nice and organized here, and importantly, you can pay with a Visa card. You can also pay directly with your mobile phone using Visa. So, it's almost less than, approximately, how long has it been? About 10 years, approximately. Of course, there is Ali and Nino when you continue along the boulevard. Honestly, you will see a completely open free club here, which is quite nice, especially with its direct view of the sea. And so, you continue along this very beautiful natural path. Just look at all this beauty on your left. Greenery, trees, and a beautiful green meadow. On your right, you find the sea. This is the boulevard here in Batumi, the first boulevard, because there is another one on the other side. This is New Batumi, and we are in an area close to Batumi city, which they call Old Batumi. But look at all this beauty. This sweetness is all about the walk itself, which is a kind of beauty. You could say there is pleasure in the way it is arranged. Nice, effective, simple, yet very beautiful. There is no exaggeration, but at the same time, it is organized. Glory be to God, even here. The nature of the country helps a lot to make things beautiful. It is green and beautiful, but the only thing you need to consider in Batumi before you go out is the weather. For example, sunny days are limited, and the airport is quite busy, so it's very important to check the weather here. Honestly, you will also find restaurants here, and try to come to this area on the weekend, meaning on Sunday and Saturday. There will be a lot of life. There will be more people moving around than on other days of the week. Opposite this beautiful bridge and the large sea view, you will find the main fountains and places like Sayre Park, which is all for children's play. Here you have fountains that look like this, so come and let's see it together. Honestly, it looks striking and beautiful. The unique thing about Batumi is the combination of simplicity and modernity in such a strange way. For example, we see these skyscrapers and huge buildings. You haven't seen how Batumi was before. So this combination really gives the city a special character. By the way, the whole city has about 200,000 people. It's not a big city at all. Today, they also have some kind of independence celebration or something. So there's a bit more activity in the city. As you can see, all these dancers, this building, and these bamboo trees remind me of Japan. The city is beautiful and well organized. It's a lovely sight. Look at this beauty. This is all a park called Batumi Park. Wow, it's really beautiful. Honestly, very creative and amazing. We enjoyed the night show. Those lights were on, of course. These islands are meant for the children, you know. I entered the boulevard and found beautiful tennis tables that I really appreciated. You can indeed see people walking and playing tennis. It's absolutely excellent. And very beautiful here. Europe Square has also certainly become one of the truly famous squares in Batumi. There is also a billiard area and bathrooms. I went into the bathroom, and now I thought I would return along the seaside, where there is also a lake by the sea. In the city center, there is this place for beautiful visual enjoyment. Do you see? It's called Nino Shvil, or rather, the Nino Lake. This Nino is the Georgian princess we saw in the women. And we will see how they even fish here. They don't miss any place to fish, whether by the sea or at this lovely lake. You can see the towers from here. Honestly, it's a beautiful sight. The sea is on the other side now. The place is beautiful and charming. I really enjoy this place. Honestly, it's amazing. If you are one of those people who come to stroll around here in Batumi, you'll love it because it's enjoyable. In terms of places, greenery, organization, cleanliness, and tranquility. Here you have something called the Dolphinarium, which is behind the lake, and I showed it to you completely. This is also next to the new boulevard by the sea. As you can see here, it's beautiful and very distinctive. If you search for it on Google, you'll find great information about it regarding prices. As you can see, 25 gel means 25 lari, which is about $9. This is during the show. Time from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. approximately. You would need to pay around 150 for children and 200 for adults, which is about $70, $80. So the prices are honestly not considered very expensive. If you are interested in such activities, especially with children, it could be a suitable option. We return once again to the beautiful views and the lovely life and wonderful greenery here, and now we are back again by the seaside. Now, even here you can realize that you can take a walk and find all these electronic or electrical activities. You also have a scooter that costs about 30 lari per hour and 20 lari for half an hour. These prices are considered $7 and $10, which are not expensive, honestly. As you can see, they speak a little English, especially for people who want to take advantage of the situation. Here are the towers by the sea, and the sea is right in front of you. This is all the boardwalk. These towers are very nice, honestly. The style is lovely and beautiful. giving a wonderful spirit to the city. The story of my experience in a city like this, which has 200,000 people, is truly amazing. The mix here is really beautiful. This is the sea area. I want it exactly like this. The second lake is simple, in front of the towers, which means it creates a very beautiful atmosphere. As you can see, this is the new Batumi area. Look at these beautiful towers and their wonderful design. This lake is there, and the sea is to your right, with a promenade, water, greenery, and what more could you want? Honestly, there are restaurants, but I commend them for the beautiful spirit of the city and this lovely design. Here we finished with the sea and entered a beautiful area with a garden and a view of those beautiful towers. You have fountains, restaurants, and places to play table tennis. Honestly, it's amazing, really wonderful. Very beautiful, enjoyable, and lovely. The atmosphere is great when the weather is nice. This country is truly incredible. Thanks. Here in the new area, you can find things like the Senate restaurant, which is a special place for people looking for unique experiences. There's also a rooftop view of the sea, but you definitely need a reservation. Additionally, there's something like the Colosseum from Italy. This is the main street that will also take you to the airport. The area is beautiful and pleasant, and this is where the towers are located. It has become more of a modern urban life compared to the traditional lifestyle here. It's really enjoyable, especially for people who love to walk. You can also see the planes landing at the airport because it's a small city, so you can see the plane coming down right in front of you. This is the boulevard, and here you have the airport runway. You can see any plane coming in, and you'll notice how it looks. Look, everyone is eagerly waiting for the plane to finally arrive at the bustling airport. Look. Even if you desire malls, there are also some beautiful ones by the scenic sea. One of the most popular malls is famously called the Grand Mall, known for its variety. When you enter, you'll find it quite nice, honestly. It's not a huge place, but it's enough, especially with the variety of shops that have well-known brands and cafes. For example, there's Floridian, and then there's Zara, Massimo Dutti, Lacoste, and so on. Just look at how it is. It means something like modern, for example. It's not very large, but at the same time, it has almost all the main brands. Also, if the weather is hot, you have an alternative, and there are more than one mall. So it's not just one mall. But of course, life in Batumi is definitely present. However, I am a student in imagination. If I need something specific, I might still see the thing. Of course, look who is here. This is the main square in downtown. I showed it to you here at night. This is the European color. The boulevard by the sea is on the other side. Just look at how long the view is. All this beauty is here. They are going to open it now, and you can walk directly from downtown here. As you can see, this is the residential area arranged by the sea. These towers are known as European. There are more places. I will put them in the video description below, including options for where you can stay here, because this is a well-organized area with a lot of life. At the same time, of course, on the other side, you have the sea, but you also have a small park and even a dancing fountain. Of course, it is raining a little here. You can see it is raining heavily. It seems they are still working on it and have operated it shyly, but expect nighttime shows for the dancing fountain because the sound is weak, so it's likely a trial show. However, you can see the work here. Well, here is the place called Jory Village. You can take a taxi, by the way, using Bolt, and come here with your dog for about 7 to 8 lari, or 5 lari, which is around $2 to $3 for the taxi through the Bolt application. There is also a train station, but not all trains stop here. I will show you the thing that is worth coming for. This is called Mirgul, Migro Lazuri, and as you can see, it looks like a castle. I went a little further inside, on the old road, and of course Georgia is known for its wine. But the most important point is that when you go inside, you find a beautiful garden that immerses you in the atmosphere of nature and greenery. With this simple fountain and all this beauty, it's expensive, but you can enjoy it. The food, by the way, is not expensive. For example, shish tawuk is about 5 lari, which is around $4.50. Even Georgians come here to eat. So you could say that for about $10, you can eat and be comfortable, depending on the type of food, of course. But it definitely isn't considered expensive at all. This is one of the places you would love, considering this area leads you to something special, one of the landmarks of Batumi, which is called the Botanical Garden. What you are seeing now is just an appetizer for what you will see later. This area also has a rest area where you can find a cafe and you can sit there. It's like a paradise. If you don't want to come here to enjoy or to go to a cafe or other things, you should know that this place has been here for 7 years. This is the entrance to the Botanical Garden. The special thing here is that it is open for about 20 hours, but you must enter before 5 p.m. because it closes around 8 p.m. Therefore, if you come here, you should arrive around 5 p.m. to see everything, as all of this is part of the garden itself. Now, if you entered here, you would see that they let us in because it was late. But look at the setup here. Of course, you are actually sitting in a green place, enjoying the nature and hearing the sound of the surroundings. Here, there are actually 2 entrances. If you use this entrance, I came in from below, and you can also exit from above. This would be better, so that it's a descent, not an ascent. Look now, the view is going to change. Of course, this botanical garden is about 9 kilometers away from Batumi. Look, this is Batumi, the Batumi we see in front of us. Here we are at the botanical garden, and over there is a place called Makanguri. So you can come here and even enjoy the sea as well. Look at this view. Let me show you this view, just so you know it's like a forest, and it has a lot of nature and beauty. You really should come at the right time, honestly. But for those who love nature, trees, and all the beautiful designs here, there are so many different types. This area is perfect for anyone to visit. Just come around 5 o'clock. You'll notice how everything is organized, and at the same time, you have a direct view of the sea. Look at that, wow. Just look at how beautiful the view is, oh my God. And here, where else do you have this? So my advice is to come here, for example, at 6 or 5 o'clock to visit the botanical garden and catch the sunset. The atmosphere is wonderful, And you won't regret it because the nature here is strangely beautiful. Praise be to God. Oh my God, look at the beauty of all this. Glory be to God. Batumi Botanical Garden. Here, if you just go down from where you are and simply head down, you will reach the beach. What remains is that you might find a cafe where you can get some simple things like water, coffee, or perhaps a small snack. Every time you go down to the beach here, it means 2 in 1, and you also have a sea that is even more wonderful. The world is very wonderful,